Very good morning, students. In continuation with today's class, today we are going to know more about the applications, the data mining tasks, and then in detail you are going to study the applications of data mining as well as the motivating challenges of data mining. So here the main objective is to enable students to define the multidimensional data models, and the course outcome is the student should be able to understand or identify the data mining problems and implement the data warehousing. So in today's class, you are going to study the applications related to data mining and then motivating challenges. When you say applications, you will be knowing about the data mining task. In last class, you have studied about the data mining task, predictive task and descriptive task. Okay. In today's class, in detail, you are going to study these predictive and then descriptive tasks. So all these you have studied in the last class. Large scale data is everywhere. Fine. What is why data mining in terms of commercial viewpoint, in terms of scientific viewpoint, and big data, and what is the opportunities? What are the opportunities to solve this society's major problems? And what is data mining? What is the origin of data mining? And as I told, data mining task. It can be predictive method or descriptive method. So here in the predictive modeling, we have the classification where we are going to classify, we are going to find a model for class attributes as a function of the values of other attributes. So classification examples we have taken here with employee level of education, year at present address, whether they are credit worthy or not. Here you need to find that whether that person is can be given the credit card or not. So these are the examples of classification tasks. Like you have credit card transactions, you have land covers, you have news stories as finance, identifying intruders in space, cyberspace, predicting tumor cells malignant or not, then classifying secondary structure of protein as alpha helix or beta sheet or random coil. Okay, next. The classification application. So here, in classification, this is the first application where you have fraud detection. So the goal is to predict the fraudulent cases in credit card transactions. The main approach here is use credit card transactions and transformation on its account holder as attributes. When does a customer buy? What does he buy? And how often he pays on time? So label the past transactions as fraud or fair transactions. With this forms the class attribute. You can learn a model for the class of the transaction which uses this model to detect fraud by observing a credit or credit card transactions on an account. So classification where you have the application 2, that is turn prediction for telephone customers. So you need to retain the customers, otherwise competitors will take away your customer. So to predict whether a customer is likely to be lost to a competitor, the approach here is used is detailed record of transactions with each of the past and present customers to find the attribute. How often the customer calls, where he calls, what time of the day he calls most. So his financial status, his marital status, all these we need to look into. Right. So the label the customers as loyal or disloyal. So you need to find the model for loyalty. Next classification where you have the application 3, that is sky survey cataloging. So here the main goal is to predict the class, that is star or galaxy of the sky objects, especially visually faint ones based on the telescopic survey images from palomaric or observatory. Okay. So the main approach here is segment the image, measure image attributes like features, 40 of them per object. Model the class based on these features. Success story could find 16 new high redshift uh, farms, right? Some of the farthest objects that are difficult to find. So classifying the galaxies like you have early, intermediate, late. So class is stages of formations. Attribute is used here is image features, characteristics of light waves received, and the data size is 72 million stars, 20 million galaxies. Fine. So next is regression. So here you have to predict a value for a given continuous valued variable based on the values of other variables, assuming that linear or non-linear model of the dependency. Example is predicting sales amount of a new product based on advertising expenditure, predicting wind velocities as a function of temperature, humidity, air pressure, etc. Time series predictions of stock market indices. Finding the groups of objects such as the objects in a group will be similar. So it can be similar or dissimilar or related or unrelated. That grouping we call it as a clustering. This is one of the technique, right? So finding the groups of objects such that objects in a group will be similar which is related to one another and different from or unrelated to the objects in the other groups. So here you can see intercluster and an intracluster. So when you have here, when you grouped in between these two, you have intercluster. So these intercluster distance should be minimized. Intercluster, intra should be minimized. Intercluster should be maximized. Okay. So application of cluster analysis is customer profiling for targeted market, group related to documents for browsing, group genes and proteins that have similar functionality. You have the group stocks with similar price fluctuations. Okay, these are the applications of clustering. So one more the application is market segmentation. The main goal is subdivide the market into distinct subsets of customers, where any subset may conceivably be selected as a market target to be reached with distinct marketing mix. So the main approach here is collect different attributes of customers based on their geographical and lifestyle related information. So find cluster or similar customers. So measure the clustering quality by observing buying patterns of customers in same cluster, right? And those with different clusters also. Next application is document clustering. The main goal is to find the groups of documents that are similar to each other based on the important terms appearing in them. So the main approach to identify frequently occurring terms in each document is form a similarity measure based on the frequency of different terms. So use it to cluster. Okay. Example you can consider Enron email data sets. Okay. So next we have is association rule discovery. So given a set of records, each of which contains some number of items for a given collection, produce dependency rules which will predict occurrences of an item based on the occurrences of other items. So milk with coke or diaper with milk or diaper milk and then beer. Like this you can have the occurrences which are all the items that are purchased together. So market basket analysis is one more application where the rules are used for sales promotion, shelf management and inventory management. So next we have is telecommunication alarm diagnosis. Rules are used to find combination of alarms that occur together frequently in the same time period. So medical informatics rules are used to find combination of patient symptoms and test resulted associated with certain diseases. Association analysis applications example you can consider a subspace differential co-expression pattern from lung cancer datasets. Okay, so here you have one second. So here so we were talking about the lung cancer detection and next anomaly detection or the deviations. Here to detect the significant deviations from normal behavior, we have the anomaly detection. The applications are credit card fraud detection, network intrusion detection, identify anomalous behavior, detecting changes in the global forest cover. So next we have is motivating challenges. So these are the motivating challenges like scalability, high dimensionality, heterogeneous and complex data, data ownership and distribution, non-traditional analysis. So in the next class, you'll be studying all these in detail. What scalability is, why, what is the challenge with respect to scalability, high dimensionality, heterogeneous and complex data, data ownership and distribution and non-traditional analysis. Hope you'll enjoy studying this subject, data mining and data warehousing. Thank you all. Thank you very much.